presentation contains adult dialogue not suitable for all audiences. Brought to you by Media Listen. Viewer discretion is advised.
Media Listen.
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 Media Listen. You are now listening to Media Listen.
Sorry, guys. I messed up real quick. Welcome, everybody, to a whole new episode of Major Listen. I am your host, Ricky with the Y. Back at it again with two new guests. Well, one of them is not really a guest. She's been here for some time, but she took a long break, but she's back here with us once again. Welcome, everybody. Veronica Tovar.
Hello.
I was going to say your middle name, but I don't know if you want me to go ahead and do that to you.
That's fine. I like my middle name.
What's your middle name, Ann?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And we have another special guest in the building, her first time. Welcome, Miss Victoria, to the building.
Hi.
Hello and welcome, you guys. Victoria, first off, what state are you located at?
So I am in Arkansas.
Okay, Arkansas.
Yeah.
And what's the temperature like over there?
Right now, we're high 90s. It's
High
hot.
90s.
It's hot and humid. Yes, the weather over here is hot and humid. Sticky.
Well, let me tell you something. Is it this hot? Because this is how hot Houston was today.
Oh, dang.
We're in the 3 days.
No.
This was at 4 o'clock, and I was dying outside. It is hot. Houston has a fever.
Yes.
We're burning.
No, you keep that weather over there. That's, yeah. No.
So we got Miss Talia Barajas saying saludos desde Arkansas.
Ooh, that's my sister. Shout
That's her
out,
sister.
sister.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Hot and humid. Okay, exactly what you said too.
Yes.
Hola, Victoria Hernandez.
Oh, hi. That's my sister-in-law. Shout out.
Man, you have a group of family members in the building, and I like that. I like to see it. I like to see growing movement here. Let's see what else. Oh, my wife said, "Hey."
Hey, Belen.
You may be freezing a lot. I don't think it's your signal, but it's okay. As long as we can hear you, we can make it work.
Okay, is it mine or?
No. Yeah, I think it's your signal, but I think it's we're good. We should be able to make it work as long as I can hear you and you can hear me on your end.
Okay.
All right, cool. So tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind, Victoria.
No. So I live in Arkansas and married with teenager boys, 13 and 16, and just living the best life, day by day.
How did you guys spend the Father's Day? What did you guys do?
So I actually I actually took that. Like I don't know if Twin Peaks is very popular in that area. It's kind of like have you guys heard of Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks? Like
yes,
restaurant?
like the restaurant. Okay. I don't know if it was like all over the United States or just in this area. Well, I told my dad, I'm like, hey dad, I want to take you to a nice restaurant. He didn't. Just get ready. I'm gonna pick you up, and I'll take you and my husband and my boys. My boys have never been there before, so they were excited. And then at the end, my dad is like, no, what if we just bring dinner and home? So he's very humble, very like, no, don't worry about me. So instead I took my little grill and we made some carne asada at his place. So that's for him, that's
that
good
was
enough.
$1 day right there.
Yes, so it was nice.
Okay.
It was a nice time. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm the same way. I don't know what it is about me. Maybe I'm just hitting that age where I just want to be home. I'm a homebody. But
Me too.
that day we just decided like, hey, let's just go out to eat at a restaurant, and the restaurant's like not even 5 minutes away from here. So that's what we did. We spent it there, and then I started getting anxious because I think it was just too bright, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting anxious. Like, can we please just go? And I hate that about me because like I can kind of ruin like a date just like that. But
Yeah.
it's just the way I am. Veronica, what did you do?
I went to my dad's. He barbecued. It was my stepmom's birthday, so we did both.
You lied to me. You said you haven't talked to your dad since April.
I said I seen my dad on Father's Day,
Oh, okay.
and the last time I talked to him was in April.
Oh, okay. So you saw him and you barbecued, you said?
He barbecued.
Oh, he
I
barbecued. Hey, that's the best way to go sometimes. Let's should we just jump in straight to the question? God dang, I can't even talk today. I'm gonna go ahead and just start with the question. Why not, right? So I asked Beto to be on because she actually has the best of two worlds. She had a stepdad and a real dad. So we'll see how different they were, I guess you could say. I mean, what she learned from both of them and whatnot. So let's start with Veronica. What's something your dad is really good at?
My dad's good at a lot of things. He's good at cooking, that's for sure. Good at talking shit. He's good at fishing. He's good at giving advice.
And this is your real dad, right?
My real dad, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, he's just good at being a man. He's good at being a provider, protector. Like, he's just good at everything a man could be good at. Like, I don't know how else to explain him.
Trying to say I'm a piece of crap, Beto?
Huh?
I said, trying to say I'm a piece of crap. I don't do any of that stuff. Okay. What about you, Victoria? Good Lord, I have two V's here.
Yes. I get called Veronica a lot. I don't know if you get called Victoria. Yes, I get that a lot.
What? Really?
I don't mind. Yes. Yes. At work, it's like, Veronica, I'm like, I've been working with you for 10 years. It's Victoria.
It's still Victoria.
It's still Victoria. But
wow.
Hey, Veronica, it's a beautiful name too.
Wait, so it's funny because I got, like, seriously, you guys, Veronica and Victoria, you both said that you get confused with each other's names, so that's freaking awesome.
Yes. Yeah.
So what is something your dad is really good at?
Oh, my dad. He, I think one of the things that I would say he's very good at is gardening. He is very delicate with taking care of his garden, his flowers, his trees. And I think that's just a reflection of how he takes care of his family around him, just how very, just so caring. So he's great at gardening, and just that reflection is how he is in life with his family and everybody he encounters. Like, you meet him and you only hear about him. So, but I think gardening, because that's his favorite downtime, but how it reflects how he is. I think that's how I would describe what he's good at.
Okay. See, that's really nice. See, I didn't think about it like that, but that's a good way to see it. Like, he takes care of his. Does he also like I guess farm, or just like take care of?
He did back in Mexico. So
okay.
So I think that too, doing that here at home, it just also makes him feel, from when that day when he was in Mexico too. So
okay. Mm-hmm. At what age did your dad come to the States?
Oh, so long ago, I learned that when I was actually born, he wasn't there. That's when he moved here to United States to work. So he missed my birth, and he was here like for maybe a couple of years. Finally went back. So this would have been 1985, maybe like around that time when he moved here.
Okay. So you were born in Mexico as well, or were you born here?
I was born in Mexico.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So I don't think I ever asked you that.
Yeah, no, I was born in Mexico. And then, you know, when he finally went back, he was able to bring all our family. When I was at the age of 4, he was able to bring all the family here to USA.
Okay, so kind of the same background that I have in a way, because I was also born in Mexico, but I don't think my dad listed birth of me.
Mexico. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was born in Mexico too. Like I'm straight from over there. I moved over here when I was, I think, 2 or 3, somewhere around there. I know somebody's gonna call me out on that. I know you were 4. No, but I mean, I don't remember. So if anybody's gonna call me out, please do so. But yeah, I was born in Mexico. Born but not raised. I've been raised here in Texas my life. So I'm a native, I guess you could say that. But something that my dad is really good at, he's really good at I guess barbecuing too. He's really really into it. Like really into it. You were 4.
Thanks, sister.
Wow. So somebody called me out on it, and it's not even a relative of mine.
No, I asked her. I'm like, hey, sister, join me. You know, join me the live. She's like, no. Like,
you know what? How do you pronounce her name? Thalia?
Thalia. Yeah, like the singer, Thalia.
Okay. So you know what? Victoria said the same thing. Like, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna be so nervous. Blah blah. But I convinced her. to come on with me. So, Thalia, I'm gonna do the same thing for you. I'm gonna convince you one day. I had to be the one to call you out. Seriously, I said that. And
thanks, sister.
my next question is, what's a tradition your dad started that you will still carry on to today? Let's start with you, Victoria. Sorry, I forgot I have 2 people here.
Let me see, what tradition? Oh man, you know, let me think about it. Let's go to you, Veronica.
Do you have a tradition, Veronica?
Well, my real dad, I wouldn't say we really have any traditions that we do.
Okay.
When we were younger, it was like take a shot at Crown Royal on New Year's Eve. So that's something that I still do to this day. I was like 11 and the school had me taking shots at Crown Royal. So that's something I still do every New Year. So I guess that's a tradition.
Child Protective Service is going to be knocking on your door, man.
Whoops.
We're live, damn it.
She turns off her computer. She's like, oops, bad connection.
And then my stepdad, one tradition that he always did for us was anytime we went to the doctor, he would always take us to go get ice cream after. So that's something I still do for myself. Like he did it pobrecita, let's go get some ice cream, you just got stabbed. And I did it for myself, like, poor Beto, you just got stabbed, let's go to the doctor, let's go get ice cream. So I still do that for myself.
Like I needed to because I was brave.
What?
You're like, I need to treat myself because I was brave.
I was hurt.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my dad. Is that something that you guys have to know about my dad is that we're not really close. I know a lot of people, tell me like, oh, me and my dad used to do this. Me and my dad used to do that. But in reality, I don't mean to call my dad out for any type of reason. I mean, he was the best dad he could be, but I wish he would have spent more time with me. And I know that, it's kind of a little too late because I'm, older and whatnot. But we just don't have that connection. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling Veronica, before the episode started, I talk to my dad maybe once or twice a week. And it's like a short conversation, like a 30 second or a minute conversation. Like, hey, ¿cómo estás? And I'll be like, oh, muy bien. ¿Cómo están los niños? Oh, están bien. And he'll be like, okay. So estaba, just wanted to check up on you. Okay, cool. And we'll hang up. And, I know he was busy, you know, growing up, and you know that's why we don't have that relationship and whatnot, because he was always working. That until today, he still works like crazy hours, and that's because you know he just wanted to provide, and I get it, you know. But I don't know, like, am I hurt? No. Do I wish things would have been different? Yes. So some of these questions I will have to like skip, because like this tradition one, I don't even think we have a tradition like that my dad started. So I really can't really answer this.
Yeah, and that's
So-
I think that's okay. You know, yeah. I think
So I will have to skip this one. I don't know if you came up with something though, Victoria.
no. You know, I was thinking, what tradition? To be honest, I don't have a tradition. I don't think I can't think of something.
It's all good. We you know what?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and skip this question then. Who knows? You might come up with something later on.
Unless my sister, if she's still there,
Oh yeah.
can remind me.
Victoria's
Valia,
still here.
come on,
Right,
girl,
she's still
step
here?
in.
Yeah. Step up. Answer this question for us. Or the previous question. I'm gonna go ahead and go with this next one. I'm gonna answer this one first, and then I'm gonna go clockwise. I don't know if it's Beto and Victoria. Okay. What's the most challenging thing your dad has ever done? Man, I should skip this one. Challenging thing, like I guess, you know, he was just working crazy hours, and to the point that we would never spend so much time with him. Like I said, we don't really have that bond, so I really can't. I don't even know if I don't even know for a fact what my dad's favorite color is. So I'm sorry. Like that's like honestly the most challenging thing is that he was always working. Talia said watching WWE.
You know,
Thursday Night SmackDown, or what is it?
yeah, girl, that was our, for sure. It's like that is like, okay, it's coming up, you know. I'm like ready there with him. Yes, you know, watch. I even bought my, like my T-shirt, and he would buy the action figure. I mean, it was nice times. Then he started. My sister, yes, Friday Night SmackDown. Yes, and then he started also buying that for my kids, and my kids were in it. I mean, yeah, that's true. He
started that tradition. That's awesome.
Yes, that's true. Yes, we were wrestling.
Did you guys ever go? Did you guys go to any events that they had?
Have not. You know, I want to one and take him. I think that would be a great.
That would make his day.
Yes, I have been wanting to do that. That's in my bucket list.
Oh yeah, that would definitely make his day. I guess we'll go over with Veronica. What is the most challenging thing your dad has ever done? Skip?
No.
No.
I don't know, like how, like what do you mean, like challenge, like daring, or like in his life?
No, in his life.
Okay. I would say the most challenging thing he's ever done was. Dang, this is crazy. Okay, so in 2015, he got into some stuff where my dad used to be a drunk. Let's just put it point blank. And he used to get drunk every day after work. Like, it was just an everyday thing. Well, one day he got into a car accident, or he wrecked his truck, and then someone hit him. And so he was going through like this whole thing of like, they were trying to get him for intoxicated manslaughter, but then there was the whole lawyer thing, and they ended up getting him for his third DWI. And he had to make a choice of either like trying to fight in court to try to fight the case, and but risk like spending life or 20 years in prison. And at the time, he had my little brothers and sisters. They were like, I want to say they were like 12 was the oldest one, and then the younger one was 9. So he had a choice: either possibly take it to trial and go to prison for 20 years and not see his kids until they're like their 30s, or like try to work behind the scenes to like come out with a deal. So he made a choice, and he was gonna go to trial, But it all worked out for him where he ended up getting like 6 months county time and like a 10-year probation for his 30-year. So it worked out for him, but I know like that was probably like, one of the most challenging things he ever had to decide. Like, do I want to risk going away for 20 years or do I want to stay here with my family? So it was a whole thing. So I think that in his life, that probably would have been the most challenging thing he's done.
Wow, it worked out in his favor, I guess.
For sure, because they were really trying to push that manslaughter case on him. And what worked out is they basically told the judge, like, if you try to pursue him for intoxicated manslaughter, you're going to lose his case and he's going to walk away free. And so they settled for the 30 WI. And, but he was willing to take a chance, like, on it. And it was just crazy. I was like, dang, Dad, you can wear it for 20 years?
Has he ever driven drunk after that?
No, he stopped drinking.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. That's really good. What about you, Victoria?
Probably I think the most challenging thing I would say is when he came to the United States, not knowing the language and then going back to get us. I think that would be the most challenging because you don't know what the outcome will be if you're going to see your family again or not.
Exactly. And not only that, it's very risky whenever you come to the U.S. too, because you don't know anybody either. You don't know, like, now you're just gonna have to concentrate on all of your family making it over here safely as well, not just yourself.
Yeah,
man, I could just think about the anxiety he had and all that, stress.
Yeah, and like as a parent, I'm like, oh man, no, it's you want the best for your kids, but you don't know what's gonna happen if the decision, that's exactly what challenges you're gonna face.
Oh, exactly. Imagine if a lot of things can go wrong with that too, because like I said, my dad did the same thing. He came over here first, he worked for a certain amount of time, and he went back and got us too. And now that I think about it, there could have been so many things that could have gone wrong. Fortunately, nothing did. Like, I remember crossing a bridge or something like that. Like, we could have drowned. Like, I don't know. It's just so many things that could have gone wrong, which luckily didn't. Like, fortunately, we're here to, to talk about this and stuff. But I mean, it's just crazy, Imagine, if we're thinking about this now, imagine what they were thinking about back then. Like, man, hopefully this goes right, blah blah, all that stress.
Yes,
but yeah,
definitely.
I completely understand that. What's the most adventurous thing your dad has ever done, Veronica?
Let me think about it. The most adventurous.
I'm gonna think about this one too, because I don't think I really prepared for this.
Adventure. No, my dad's not really an adventurous person. The most he does is like goes deep sea fishing into the unknown, but
that's adventurous. Yeah, that's adventurous.
That's my dad too. He's not very adventurous either. Like he his comfort zone or going to a new place, he's not like that. But the one time that he flew an airplane, so one of the engines stopped working. And when that happened, they released those masks, and I mean, it was chaotic. So since then, he will not step on a plane. I'm like, come on, Daddy, no. So he will not get in a plane or go to a beach, or like, those are the places he will not go to.
What?
Yes.
Now let's go back. Let's go back. Did you just say an engine failed and the oxygen mask came down?
Yes.
Were you with him?
No. No, I wasn't.
He was by himself?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh.
So from there, he's scared of flights, of heights. He's scared of heights too. He won't do heights at all. I mean, that traumatized him pretty bad.
No, I
I think that would be the most adventurous thing he did to scar him.
Yeah, I think that's the worst thing that could ever happen for somebody who's flying for the first time is for an engine to stop working. Everything that could possibly go wrong happened.
It went wrong. Yes, I know.
Wow.
I know. I tell him it'll be okay, Dad. You know, second time is.
That's what you said last
He won't
time.
do it. Yeah, that's probably what they told him last time.
Oh
He
my
won't do-
God.
he won't do it.
No,
He won't.
No, I
Yeah.
get it. No, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I know. I cannot. Pobrecito, man.
I know. No, he won't.
The most adventurous thing my dad has done. I don't think there is anything, honestly. Not that I know of. I'm trying to think. I mean, he's been on a plane. Luckily it didn't scare him.
Knocking wood.
Knock on wood. Yeah, he went to Vegas with my sister, but I don't know how that went. My sister went for like a job, and she asked him if he wanted to come with. He's like, yeah, sure. And yeah, I don't know. I think he said, I don't know if he gambled or whatnot, but I don't know. He still has the house, luckily. So let's see. Next question. What is the most embarrassing thing your dad has ever done? Victoria, let's go with you.
The most, to be honest, I don't think he has ever embarrassed me.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't
that's
think
good.
so. Yeah. Probably I wish he did, so like, no, I don't. Nope. I can't think
I'm
of
gonna go
anything.
I'm gonna go ahead and go then.
Oh, let's
I'll
hear it.
tell you a little story first. Let me just go ahead and say, I guess I could go ahead and tell you guys that my dad doesn't have a really high education level. I think he stopped going to school like around 4th grade, from what I was told, just to help out because he was really poor and he had to help out around the house, so he dropped out of school. And whenever I got with Belen, and Belen told him that she was from Ecuador, my dad didn't know where Ecuador was. He thought it was a part of Mexico.
Oh.
So he's all like, what part of Mexico is that from? And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So every time, Belen will still bring it up till this day. She's like, your dad thought, Ecuador was Mexico.
Oh, bro, Belen.
I was going to say that regardless, because yeah, that was like, What about you, Veronica?
I don't think my dad's ever did anything embarrassing to me.
Wow, only mine? Only mine?
I don't think that was that embarrassing. Cut some slack on him.
He didn't know.
Yeah, my dad, he didn't have, I think also like a very young age. I don't know if he got to like 3rd grade or, so that's why I'm so impressed of how far he's made it, when he moved here to United States. Just the communication and,
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
my
true,
respect.
yeah.
My respects
This is
to our
impressive.
parents. Yeah.
Still nothing, Veronica?
No, I mean, I wouldn't put past my dad embarrass me though one day if he got the chance, but I don't think I ever gave him an opportunity to embarrass me.
Hey, now that I'm a mom of teenagers, I love to embarrass.
Really?
So they'll have good stories. Oh yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
true. That's true.
Yes.
You have people coming over there. Did it go right over my head? I think
No.
he's on drugs. But anyways, okay. So how's your? This is like off the topic question for Victoria. How was it when he met your husband?
How was it when he met my husband?
Yeah.
They loved my husband.
Really?
The ones that, yes, they're actually, and my husband, very respectful, and he was the type that he actually went at and asked for permission, took them out to dinner. Like, he made it very formal, and he he stole their hearts first.
Okay.
And then they're the ones like, oh girl, this is a good one. So yeah,
Like pushing it like, oh, you got to put a ring on that. You
So
can't
yeah.
let him go.
Yes. And he was very, to be honest, I was expecting my dad to be very like, my daughter, but I think I had a sister. He's like, take that one, I still have another one.
He's like, I just still sacrifice one.
I think that's what it was.
You were the sacrifice one.
As the trial.
The trial. Does your dad do anything that annoys you?
Huh. My dad? No. No. I can't think of anything. Aw. My beloved angel.
Loved? That's tense.
My
Monica, is there
sister.
something that your dad does to annoy you?
Yeah, he's too opinionated.
He steals pennies?
He's too opinionated.
Oh, I thought you said he steals pennies. I was like, what?
He steals all my pennies.
He's too opinionated, so he has an opinion for everything?
For everything.
Oh wow.
Nothing without an opinion. Like, sometimes I even think, do I want to tell dad this? Because I know I'm going to hear something from him.
I mean,
But I do anyways.
You watch me.
I mean, are his opinions usually like suggestions or like the way he would do things or what?
It's a hit or miss. That's the problem. Sometimes it could be like suggestions. Sometimes it could be like sarcasm, or sometimes it could just be like straight up negativity. Like, it's just I never know what I'm gonna get from this man.
All right. What was the question again? Something that my dad annoyed, or something that
Yeah.
my dad? Oh, I don't think I have anything.
My
I don't know.
stepdad. He
Oh, yeah,
used to
let's
eat
hear
my
your
hair.
Huh?
He used to eat my hair. It was the weirdest thing. I'll be sitting next to him, he'll just grab my hair and he'll like put in his mouth, start chewing on it, and I'm like, can you stop? It was weird.
What's the way of I don't know.
I don't know either. Eat your hair, okay.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that just sounds like some voodoo stuff right there.
it was weird. I was like, can you stop eating my hair?
Did you have
hair? Let's go to the next question because I really don't have anything. What's something you wish your dad had done differently? Oh, let me see. Who should I pick first? Well, like I mentioned, I mean, I already pretty much answered this one myself. That I wish he would have spent more time with me, because there are some things that I feel like every child should know before becoming an adult, and I don't feel like I got that much from him, other than work hard and take care of your family, family first, take care of your family, be a provider. But I do wish I would have spent more time with him. But yeah, that's about it. What about you, Veronica and Tovar?
I'd have to say the same. I think I wish my dad would have spent more time with us. Like, it felt like after my mom and dad's divorce, it was more of like he had to pick us up every the weekend. Like, he would spend that time with us, but most time too, he was out at the bars. So it was basically me and my sisters just in the East Side, chilling, playing with little neighborhood kids. Like, we grew up with ourselves basically. So I think I would just wish that my dad would have spent more like actual time with us, and like I told you, I haven't talked to my dad before Father's Day in 2 months. So even though like your dad only calls you twice a week to check in, like I wish my dad would do that. Like, just call me, be like, hey, how are you doing? Da, da, da. It was a quick like 2-minute phone call, like something, but he doesn't even do that. Like, and when I do call him, he'll be like, oh, about time you called me. I'm like, nigga, the phone works both ways, okay? So yeah, I think that's something I just wish he would have done differently.
What type of relationship do you have with your dad? Like now? Like, yeah. Like he's just there?
There.
He's just there.
He's my dad. That's pretty much it. When I see him, we have a good time, but it's mostly just for holidays that I see him, or if I go get my oil change for my brother. Other than that, he doesn't reach out to me, so I just kind of stopped reaching out to him.
I got you. What about you, Maria? What's something you wish you had done, or your dad had done differently?
You know, to be honest, he was more strict on me in my high school days.
Oh,
he was so lenient. Like he was, you know, when he would be like, "Oh, don't go to school. You can stay in. You need to rest." I mean, he was so laid back. He was, you know.
Wait,
so I
what?
wish he, yes. And I was like, Dad, I need to go to school. Can you take me? He was like, you know, are you tired? Because I started, so in high school, you know how the last 2 years I started working, a working program. And so I would work after school or sometimes leave work. So he was like, no, you already work. You don't have to go to school. You know, like he was just so, so easy going on that. And I wish he was more stricter. So I could have been more taking my school more serious, I think. But he didn't know how that would hurt me, you know, not going to school, or like he didn't know how that would hurt me. So he was just thinking of, oh, she needs to rest. She's been working, you know. But it's like he's been very easy like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I used to skip school a lot, and I'm talking about the last year of my high school. I was skipping so much. Veronica, don't give me that face. You knew I was skipping.
Cardo!
You
Tell us
knew I was
more.
skipping.
Belen,
How?
girl, what's going on?
Belen didn't. I didn't even know Belen in high school. But yeah, I
But
was
she might
skipping
know
school.
stories that she can with us.
I
that she's
told
heard.
her I used to skip school a lot. But it becomes so addicting once you start skipping once. And I always tell myself, like, oh, I'm just gonna skip once, you know, well, it won't hurt. Well, one day turned to 2 days, 2 days turned to a week, 2 weeks. Before I knew it, I got letters in school saying that the court wanted to see me because I was skipping so much.
Oh, dang.
I was like, oh shit, I didn't know you could get in trouble for this. So
How
yeah,
dare you?
my dad found out that I was skipping school because he caught me with a whole bunch of hooligans there at the house, and he's all like, "Why the hell are you not at school? Go to school. Vete a la escuela." I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Guys, we gotta go." So
Oh, nice.
yeah, I think, and he told my mom, of course. He's like, "No fue a la escuela." No. And I was like, "Oh shit!" Now my mom knows. I was like, "Crap." I was like, "We couldn't keep it between us." Oh man, like he threw me under the bus. He said like, "No, I'm skipping school." Like I saw him. He was here with a bunch of friends that were smoking weed. I was like, I wasn't smoking, I swear.
Eyes all
And-
red.
I no, they weren't. But yeah,
Hey, me taking notes for my teenager boys. Oh.
well, the bad part about all of it was that I lived like 3 minutes down from the high school, so it was like walking distance. And I was like, oh, do I really want to go to school today? And I'll be like, the house is like right there, and I don't know. Like it was just a demon. I get what you're saying, because I mean my parents were strict, but like it just gets so addicting. Like you just want to be off. Like you just want to give yourself the day off. Like okay, you know, like, why not? But yeah, I get you. That's missing school can be a bad habit, not a good excuse. Hey, it happened. What were we talking about? I forgot what we were talking about. What question were we on? What's something you wish?
What you wish your dad
You were telling us about what you wish your dad would have been a lot more strict on you.
Mhm.
But yeah, are you gonna be strict on your boys?
I'm not. You know, I'm not strict on them. I try to have them. Well, I mean, if they tell me, "Mom, can I skip?" They have asked me. I said, you know, but I won't be like mean about it, you know. I'll be like cool with them, letting them know why skip.
Hey,
I
tell
mean,
him to rewatch this episode and hear my story out. Be like, listen to Uncle Ricky.
learn from
Do
his
not-
mistakes.
Do not be like Uncle Ricky.
You know, I didn't skip school, so just saying.
Just for the letting the public know.
Hey,
It's not my choice. I was talked into it. But yeah, I don't know. I think you need to be a booster. You should be a booster.
I mean,
I'm very.
you know what I like about them is that I have this relationship with them so far that they'll come and tell me, my friend is smoking weed. You know, he has offered me, but I have said no. I mean, I said no. But like they do tell me stuff like that. And I'll just react and be like, whose friend is this? I'll just be like, oh really? Okay, well I'm glad you said no, and then just don't make it a big deal so they can continue coming to me with that kind of stuff.
But
So because I don't know how
you don't think they'll be like, well, if mom doesn't care.
if mom my husband is strict, so my husband told them, if I find out you do this, you will get a ass whipping. So they know when he says something, it'll happen. So they know. I think that's why they won't do it, because of their dad. Yeah.
Hey, there has to be like a good cop, bad cop. I think when it comes to like mom and
I
dad.
think so. Yeah.
Let's see.
I feel like you're the good cop and Belen's the bad cop.
What? Okay. Okay. No. First off, I'm really strict. Like I'm beyond strict. I think I'm like the most strict of all. I think I'm more strict than my dad was and my mom put together.
Belen, give us,
Like, no.
let us know. Is he lying?
No. No, I'm not lying. You
Ricky
can't-
been like, kids, let's go. That's how strict you're gonna be.
You guys don't need to go to school today. Let's see. Oh, this is a good question. What is something you and your dad have in common? Beto, I feel like you have something in common with your dad. I don't know why.
What? All right.
I don't know why. I just
Me and my dad actually do have a lot in common. I think that's where it gets on my nerves.
There we go.
We're both very opinionated.
Don't listen to her. Focus.
Crazy.
Focus.
I
Both
can't.
yeah. I think we're just both very opinionated. We both speak our mind, which is why we butt heads, because we both like speak our minds to each other. We got into a whole fight over Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Like it was like a thing. It was crazy. No. We're both funny. That's all I'm gonna say. We're hilarious.
Oh, first off, I didn't even know you were funny in the first place.
Oh,
It's all
whatever.
coming new. It's all new to me. I'm playing, Beto.
Block.
Block.
I don't know. I feel like we would have a lot in common. I don't know. Like I can't even name. Like there's just a lot of things that I feel like we have in common. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so according to my mom, me and my dad have a lot in common. I don't know. I can't really specifically say what it is because she's the one that's lived with us my whole life. But she says that we are a lot alike, our personalities. I don't know how that is, but I don't really see it. But I guess, if you live with somebody for so long, you can kind of pinpoint on who they're exactly like. And I guess that's just me and my dad. Have I noticed things that we have in common? I would say that we're both. He could be funny. My dad could be funny, but I know I'm funnier. Come on, I'm a clown. But I don't know,
You're
my dad
funny,
could be-
Ricky.
Yeah, please, Vero. I can make you laugh right now.
Just
See?
that statement
Right there.
was funny.
What about you, Victoria?
I think one of the things that we have in common is we love sweets.
Sweet.
Him and I can cake, bread. I mean, we're Sweets.
Ignore that.
We have in common. We love sweets. For sure.
I love candy too. But see, okay, one thing that me and my dad have also in common that we're both diabetic.
Oh darn, don't say that. So my dad is diabetic and I was pre-diabetic, but so my sugar levels have gone down to where I'm diabetic. So
yeah, that I'm in the same boat. Like I think it was 3 years ago where I was diagnosed with stage 2 diabetes. Since then I did keto and went for blood work, and they said my numbers are back to normal. Like I'm like past like not better than pre-diabetic, and I was like, oh shit, like that's pretty fucking awesome. But I still treat myself like I'm diabetic, so that's why I tell people, oh, I'm still diabetic.
Yes.
But
yes.
Even though my numbers aren't really showing anymore.
Yes.
But I still tell myself that because what better way to trick your
to
mind?
Remind you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
take care of yourself.
Yeah. Basically, that's what I do just to still take care of myself. What about you, Veronica? Oh wait, you already answered this question, no?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're funny.
Oh yeah.
Opinionated,
I'm sorry.
we're
See.
annoying.
Fucking annoying. Now let's see. What's something that you and your dad disagree on?
Everything.
You're like, I say right, he says left.
Basically.
It's green.
Nails are pinned blue. We disagree on a lot. Like, a lot. It's amazing.
See, we don't really spend much time for us to even disagree on stuff. Like I'm saying, I barely see him. I'll talk to him more than I see him. First off, my dad lives an hour away, so of course I'm not going to see him much often. How far away
But in
does he?
general, there's some things that y'all disagree on, like even from whenever you were younger that you remember.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there
Yes,
has to be something.
Whenever we lived in the same roof, man, we would bump heads all the time. I'm talking about all the time. And it would be like the most... I couldn't shrug my shoulders just to say, like, I don't know. Because that would piss him off just like that. So I remember once, like, I was just so annoyed. And he asked me something like, hey, where's this at? And I'll be like, oh, I don't know. He's like, I told you to stop shrugging your shoulders at me. I was like, oh. I kept doing it more just to... Yeah, I did it more just to piss him off even more, and yeah, it was like, I don't know, it turned into like this biggest thing ever. Yeah. I didn't take really, like, if you're gonna tell me not to do something, make sure it makes sense. I guess that's how I would see it. I don't know. That's what we never got along. Huh?
I said that's the Libra in you.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Yeah. There were so many things that I'll be like, oh my god, stop. But what about you guys?
You still have that mentality.
But now I have more authority over myself, so. What's something that you and your dad disagree on?
I think health-wise, he's
Health?
very like so. We try to educate him, or the doctor tries to educate him, and he disagrees. I'll be fine. I don't have to, and it's like just trying to agree with. He just can't. It's hard to agree on health.
That's the Hispanic
Health
in
treatment.
him. That's the Mexican in him, because my dad is the same way. We're hard-headed. That's what we are.
Yes. Like, I'll be okay. I'm fine. It's like, but your labs don't say you're fine, Dad.
Yeah. I believe that every dad too, because I feel like, but I don't mean to talk about somebody else's dad, but I feel like Belen's dad is also the same thing. And I know she can agree with me on this, but everything you're saying is exactly what he's done too. So, yeah, my dad is the same way too. And he had I don't mean to put my dad's health all out there, but we had a little scare where he had 2 strokes back to back in one day, and I was scared to death. Honestly, that really scared the hell out of me because I was like, dang. I don't want to lose my dad. I don't think I was ready for that, and luckily, he's still here with us. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a scare, and even till today, he kind of he's a little hard headed, like, oh, that was nothing, blah blah. I still can eat what I want. I can still drink what I want.
Yeah.
But not for me. I take it more seriously. I don't know why, but I think it's because I have kids, or little kids, I guess you could say. And I know that they depend on me a lot. Let's be honest, it's 3 boys, and they're my freaking world. So I'll do anything for them, especially if it comes to my health. I'll change my whole diet for them.
Do you guys think that they're that way because they're afraid to reality, or because they don't feel like they're a burden to someone else? I worry for them.
I think it's because of the age. Because like I said, I could change my diet now, but for my dad to say because my dad has said, my kids are all grown up now. That's basically him saying I don't need nobody to take care of me. So I think that may have something to do with it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. What about you, Beto?
Yeah. Is that how your dad is, Beto? Too? Or
About his health?
like health-wise,
Yeah.
he.
Hard-headed, basically.
I know he used to be, when we were younger, he used to be, one time he literally made us leave the doctors. He had the little robot thing because they were doing his check up, and they told him they're going to have to give him his shots because he was not up to date. And he was like, okay. And as soon as the nurse walked out, he made us all leave. He's like, come on, let's go. We went to the elevator, and he took off because he refused to get a shot.
What?
And now that he's older, his wife makes him go to the doctor. So he has no choice but to go, and he gets his colonoscopies and all that. And he just,
Oh, hell.
he hates it, but now his wife makes him do it.
His wife.
Good for her.
That's a good woman, though. You got to give her
Yeah,
that.
good for
Because she
her.
actually cares for him.
Yeah,
That's
she
a
makes
good
him.
one.
She made him get his teeth pulled out to get dentures.
Nice.
He makes him do everything, and he hates it. But now he's like, look at my teeth. I'm like, see, Dad, if you take care of yourself, you'll have teeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
my God. That's so true. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to see which question to ask because I think I'm going to skip some of these because I'm like, I don't think I should. What's something that you learned from your dad that you wish to pass on to your children? Beto? You and your 10 kids?
Oh, what? All right, if I have kids one day, I guess for my stepdad, he taught me about unconditional love, straight up, because he did not have to take care of us at all. He did not have to, play that role, and he played it 100% with my dad without being a drunk, barely seeing us, because there was a period of time where my dad didn't see us for a long time. He'll pick us up once every blue moon. And my stepdad, I barely realized he was 26, and my older sister was 17. So he was only 9 years older than my older sister. My mom was a cougar, y'all. My mom was a cougar. Okay, she was 33 with a 26-year-old.
Oh,
that's not too bad though.
That's young when you really think about it. You're like, that's dating a 26-year-old. I'd be like, nah. So, and then taking on the role of 4 kids, he took on the role of a stepdad to 4 children. And so
That's
he
true.
taught me all about unconditional love. And even throughout, now, him and mom, they've been separated for years, but he still checked on us all the time. He would always write us, and he was on drugs. So he would make many different Facebook accounts, but he always would find us, and he was always like, "How are y'all doing?" And he was just always checking on it. So he taught me all about unconditional love, and that's something I would definitely want to pass on to my kids, like about unconditional love. And then from my real dad, my dad was real tough with us. So I guess like from my real dad, I would just want to pass on not to be so naive to the world. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this world, it will eat you up and spit you out alive if you let it.
And I feel like the world is a whole lot different now than it was back then. So we really have to calm down just a little bit, because the way we were raised back then it's a whole different world out there, basically.
Yeah. So I would definitely take that from my real dad. Like the not so tough, but you know, like just teach him not to be so naive to the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you, Victoria?
I think his like he's just the way he is with my kids and my like with his grandchildren in general. He's so like so attentive to them and just so caring, and he always gets them something, you know, like always he knows what they like, so no matter like a toy or snack, or he never comes empty-handed to make their grandkids feel special. So I want to do that for my grandkids. Just how he treats his, I want to do that too. Like, it's just so nice of him. So caring.
Absolutely. And honestly, glad that you said that, because it brings me back to what my dad used to do when we were little too. Like he would work long hours, but whenever he would get off work early some days, he would make sure he would come home with big. I know it means nothing to you guys, but I'm a big fan of water. Like, I love water. Like, I'll drink that thing over anything any day. And he'll bring me like the biggest water bottle from the gas station, and my favorite chips, and sometimes a toy. And I try to do that with my boys too, because it reminds me, it brings me back to, you know, me being little and my dad doing that for me. And sometimes when I'm at the store, I'll be thinking to myself like, oh yeah, they would love this. Josiah would love this toy. Oh my God, this car, Josiah would love it too.
Yeah.
And it just gives you like a warm feeling in your stomach, because you're like a kid again, and you want to see the happiness in their face. And sure enough, you know, they get super excited for that too. My dad is just like that too. So I'm glad that you brought that up, because honestly, if you wouldn't have, I wouldn't know what to say. But you definitely brought that out of me. So thank you for that. What is the most meaningful gift your dad ever gave you? Has ever given you? I forgot. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go with you, Victoria.
Oh, meaningful gift. I think I would take gift as him always encouraging me to pray about any situation I might be. For that, it's the greatest gift and advice he can give me. He wasn't about like gifts, like, you know, like physical gifts or stuff like that, but like him saying, anytime there's an issue, pray about it. Anytime there's an issue, you know, seek God. Like, I think that for me is one of the most meaningful gifts, him encouraging me to keep seeking the Lord, and that pass on to my kids, you know. So I think that would be the most meaningful gift that he could give me. And
absolutely. I guess the most meaningful gift my dad has given me is basically life. You know, he gave me, you know, I know it takes two to tango, but at the end of the day, he has the secret ingredient to make a
chemical.
Bam!
Ta-da!
Bam!
We're here.
Bam! Okay, so I do want to ask you guys a question before I get to you, Beto. I do want to ask you something. I've never I've never actually told my dad how grateful I am for him and stuff like that. Should I do that right now?
You should.
Should?
Do
Let's
it.
see if he-
do it.
All right, let's
do
see if he
it.
answers. Let's see if he answers.
Okay.
What? Live?
I'm a little
Do
nervous.
I
it.
love it.
You won't expect it. That's the best part.
Hold on. Let's see if he answers. He might be asleep, but hold on.
They'd be like, ¿Qué pasa, cabrón?
Yeah, ¿qué quieres? Just kidding.
Can you guys hear? Epa. Hey, te quería decir que aprecio todo lo que me has dado. Gracias por darme vida y por hacer todo lo que hiciste cuando era pequeño. No, yo sé es que no, yo sé es que es algo que necesito decirte en vez de, y no, te quería dar las gracias por todo. No, y te quiero mucho también. Yo sé que nunca nos decimos eso. No no voy a hacer nada más. No, está bien. No, y es que yo le dije a René que yo iba a hacer esto. Ya. No, no. ¿Ya, pa? Ellos están bien. Está bien. Ya le está gustando mucho. Ya. Todos bien. No, sí, pero te quería decir eso. Ya. Like I said, I've never expressed myself like that to my dad. So I'm shaking right now because look at this. Like, no.
I understand none of that. I just heard te quiero mucho.
Yeah. What did he say?
So my dad was basically like shocked because I've never expressed myself like that.
Was he like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?"
He asked me if I was okay and if I was gonna do something dumb because like he was genuinely concerned about my safety because he was all like, "Please tell me you're not gonna do anything like hurtful." I was like, "No," and that's why I started laughing. I was like, "No, I just told Belen that I was gonna do this because I never do." But yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's crazy because like I felt so out of body as I was talking to him because it's something that we don't really say. I'm telling you guys, like we're not really sentimental in any sort of way. We used to bump heads so much when I used to live with him, and I don't know, like I feel like it's something that I had to say too because if I don't say it right now, I know I'm gonna regret it eventually.
Yeah. And
I know that people are gonna say like, "Oh man, you're just doing it for the camera or just for views," but in reality, it's like, what better way to motivate me to actually do it? You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm not gonna do it, on my own time. Even though it would mean more, but I just needed that extra push to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, and your boys are gonna, this video one day and be like, "Hey, my dad," like a nice memory on you to have.
Yeah, the thing is, I think with my boys, I'm a little bit different than my dad was because I do show. With Yadiel, my oldest, I show him a little bit of tough love. He would try to give me a kiss on the cheek before I go to work, and I'm just like, and I was just like, oh.
Let him.
Yeah. He even tells me now. He even tells me now, like he'll do it, and he'll be like, "Don't wipe it, okay?"
Oh, that's sweet.
But
Hey, they're not gonna do that anymore.
Longest phone call ever.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, this was a minute and 30 second phone call, so it was like it's longer than usual. So I know he probably wanted to talk more about other stuff, but I wanted to keep it short. But yeah, Talia said breaking generational curses. I do feel like there has to be a time where we have to break those too.
For sure. Yes, I think. Yeah. Hey, good job, Rick.
Yeah, got me a little nervous though, but for sure. I said I was gonna do it, and I was like, man, why not do it? Right?
I bet I wonder what he's thinking right now, or what is he?
I'm wondering that too. And I don't know if I should say this to clarify, like in Spanish. I don't know if my mom's gonna see this episode. I'm wondering, like, oh, that's why he did it. But I mean, I'm gonna tell her too. Like, that's, I know it's something that he has to hear, and he needs to hear, because I don't want to, end up regretting it later on in life. Like, I don't know. I know I'm gonna regret it if I don't say it. So why not say it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So before I leave the show, I do want to end the show with one more question. Your mom and dad are probably gonna call me and ask if you're okay. Yeah, they probably are. What's something your dad has taught you about being a good person? We'll go with you, Veronica.
Okay. About being a good person.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I felt that my dad used to always tell me that there was you used to always say that there was consequences for everything. So everything that I used to do, I feel like I would think about, some sort of consequences. Like if I had a bad feeling about something, I would think like, well, is this a good thing to do? Because, whenever there was consequences, my dad would let me know, like, hey, here's your punishment, blah, blah. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. My dad used to hit me, but not like bad or anything like that. Like, not CPS or anything, but if we did bad, we deserved it. So, there was consequences for those things. And I feel like, now that I grew up, I think to myself, like, my dad was right. There are consequences for a lot of, my actions back then. And I'm glad he was there to, to educate me on that in a way, I guess you could say. I feel like his voice still plays in my head in a way. What about you, Leo?
Me now? Okay.
Yeah. Girl, I already went.
I feel like with my stepdad, he taught me a lot about, like I said before, unconditional love. So he taught me to like treat every person equally, like no matter who they are, what they look like. Like he would give like the homeless person literally the shirt off his back. Like, and he really instilled that in me when we were younger. And then my real dad, he taught me like about discipline and respecting my elders, and just not doing something that I know would intentionally hurt somebody. Like never to do anything with the intent of hurting feelings or physically or whatever. And then my grandma threw me in church, so I was stuck in church all the time. But I mean, I think my dad really just taught me a lot about discipline, respect, loyalty. He taught me a lot about, just the basics, morals. The basic morals. Don't help out. I don't know. Like he just taught me basic morals. And then my stepdad taught me like love everybody no matter what they are, who they are, what they look like.
I'm sorry, I'm still in shock about that phone call. So I still have it playing in the back of my head. But yeah, I heard everything you said. What about you, Victoria?
What's something you're done about being a good person? I think that actions speak louder than words when you're doing good to other people. for sure. He and just like Veronica was saying, treat every, you know, like you want it to be treated, and no matter who they are or, you know, their background, like, you know, because like, do not judge them, get to know them first, you know, get into conclusions about who they are, treat them with everybody with respect. So my dad is very like that with everyone he encounters. Yes, that's what I've learned from him.
That's good. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still in shock right now. I was gonna say something, but man, my mind is all foggy right now after that. Thanks a lot. Oh, I did want to ask you something, Victoria, before the show's over. So I want to ask you a simple question. How was this episode after all?
Oh, it wasn't bad.
I told you. Well, I don't know why you people are so just like...
You both made me feel like at home, like I've known you guys forever, you know? Thank you, guys. So when are you inviting me to the next one? Just kidding.
Okay, so yes? No?
Yes. No,
right,
I liked it. It was... Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, cool. Vero, what do you think about the new scene?
The new what?
The new scene.
The scene.
The scenery, like this way that we're doing it.
It looks. I like it.
I like it. I mean, it feels like you're in your comfort zone, you know, like like you're in your home or wherever you're at. It just feels more like comfortable.
Yeah, because I know last time you were here, it was like you had to be here, and I was like, I hate that I have to inconvenience them.
Not only that, but I feel like the layout, because we're all four of us in one thing, it just looks so like far away.
Yeah.
You know, like it just looks like we're spread out pretty far, and now it just looks like you're here.
Yeah, now I look like I have a big ass head and I'm blocking all the
I can see your 5 head, bro.
5 head. Don't talk about 5 heads, Beto. Don't talk about 5 heads.
I heard big forehead during.
You and your crystal ball over there.
What?
I'm fucking with you.
I left it out.
I'm looking for it. Wait, what?
The Ouija board.
I know.
Girl, you need some prayer.
Hey, tell your sister, Victoria, tell your sister that I am gonna make it a mission for her to be on this too.
You know, her and her husband, they make such talkers. Just, I would definitely consider by.
What do they do for a living? Maybe I could talk about what they do.
They do have a, like, I don't know what the name of the company is. They work from home. They do work from home, but they also serve at a church. They're like youth pastors, so they're. Mm-hmm. But it's very.
Would they judge me for cursing?
No, not at all. No.
I haven't found out.
No, they're cool. They're cool. They're cool. They're not judging. Not that type of, they're not that type. Yes, no, they're yeah.
I'm always scared to be judged. Let me see. We got. We love to talk. Oh, she's still here. I thought she left us.
No, she wants to join next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her right here, right now. Hey, Thalia, will you be down to do an episode with the Rick? But just answer yes or yes.
Yes,
we'll figure out what's the topic.
Hey, she left the room.
She left the room. I bet you anything she did. Yeah. Hold on. I think she answered. We love. Hold on. We love everyone. I'm hearing you. So is that a yes? Oh, there she is. Hold on. Block.
I think it's a yes.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. I'm gonna send her the link regardless.
Yeah, I think that's a yes.
All right, guys. Nah, thank you guys so much. I do want to say, Vero, do you know who Big Pokey is?
Yes.
and he passed away over the weekend.
That's
Sadly.
crazy.
Yeah, there are a lot of videos resurfacing right now of him passing out on stage. He did pass out. Due to whatever reason, those facts haven't been known yet, but he passed away over the weekend on Father's Day, man. I just want to send my condolences out to his family. Houston rap legend, Big Pokey here in Houston. I used to listen to a lot of his music back in the day, and I'm pretty sure you did too, Beto. Used to be a big
Gang, gang.
yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to him.
Videos, I was like,
I do want to say, like, people have to respect his family a little bit more, not to publicize those videos
yeah.
online, because you see him passing out on stage, and I'm like, bro, I don't think the family is cool with that.
Yeah.
It was sad.
It was very sad. He passed away in Beaumont, and he was still young. I believe he was like around 40, I think.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah, and that's still young, man. Yeah, R.I.P. to him. Rest in paradise. Rest in
Earlier
paradise.
that he was talking about, it was hot. Like they think it might have been heat exhaustion, but they don't know.
Yeah, they still don't know. Those facts haven't been known. Whatever the case may be, I'm sorry for the loss, man. Like, that's crazy. But we do want to remind everybody that it's hot outside. It's at 103. It's gonna be worse tomorrow. It's gonna be hot as hell. Hydrate.
Stay
Drink water.
hydrated.
Drink lots of water. Me and my 2 gallons of water I will be drinking.
Drink
That's
some
good.
Gatorade.
That's the temperature right now there.
Right now, let me see. Let me see.
Okay.
That was actually, yeah, this 103 was like at 5 o'clock. Right now it's at 89. So,
Okay.
So what does it feel like?
but it feels like, you know what,
Seven-
that is true. It feels like it's 95.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me, Victoria. As soon as you open the door, you just feel that heat
Like
hitting
the
you.
oven.
It's literally like opening an oven.
You're just like,
You feel that
Like a-
heat just coming at you.
Ooh. So, Veronica, you live in Houston too, or?
Alvin. Yeah,
She
same
lives in-
area.
She lives in Alvin. She lives an hour away from me.
Okay. I need to visit that area. I haven't. I've gone as far as Dallas, so that's as far
Dallas
as
is
I've
cool.
gone. Yes.
I like Dallas.
Mhm.
There's
Oh,
no
that's
time
not
for the
bad.
summer. It's hot.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
don't
the
get-
best
yeah.
time to go? What is the best time to go?
I would say around December, but even
Yeah.
December gets really hot too, though. I remember there was a Christmas where it was really
I
hot.
feel like January, February.
January, February. Okay.
Yeah,
Because I feel like February, like it gets cold. But then January is like, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, go to Houston, not Alvin.
Me and Ben.
yeah.
Hey, Belen, hit me up with plans.
No,
Show me around,
Belen-
Belen.
Belen is awesome. You're gonna love her. I do want to clarify to everybody that the reason why I know Victoria is because we found each other through Ancestry, and we found out
Yes.
we're like 5th or 6th cousins or something like that. I don't know what it was, what the correct number was.
Both
But
cousins,
it was-
third or yeah. Like, hey,
yeah,
primo.
yeah. And next thing you know, because I'm very friendly. I'm like, hey, it turns out, shows where we're related, blah blah. I'm not necessarily going to narrow down exactly how we're related, of course, because there's like so many ways. I don't know,
Yes. Yes.
but
Hey,
yeah,
I
that's
got
what we
my-
found out.
My sister, primo. Oh yeah, hey.
Right?
I
No,
got my
but
sister. Yeah. I got my dad and I did my dad and my mom too on Ancestry. So we're like, hey, we get excited. We find, it's exciting to see how primos are every.
That's true. Hey, do they match up too? To yours?
Yes.
Okay, so it's
Because I was gonna see, let me see if my dad, if it shows like, you have someone that could be your father, and it did.
wow.
Yep.
Yeah, we're really friendly on this side. Like, as you can tell, Belen's a sweet girl. She's nice. I'm very talkative.
She's the nice one, right?
She's like, oh, she's a nice one. She's really nice. She gets along with everybody. All my coworkers too. I'm just like, bro, you don't act like this at home. Who are you? Nah, but she's real nice. She gets along with everybody. Look at Beto. She gets along with Beto too.
Duh. We're both
All right, we have to plan when I go over there. Beto, Belen, let's get together.
Oh, Veronica would
Ricky?
gladly come over here.
Hey, Ricky, you take care of the kids.
What? We're,
Same.
you know, no, this will be that will be the episode that the Dia is gonna be on. She'll be here live.
Yeah, she will.
She'll be here live in the studio. Before we head out, I do want to thank Vero for joining me once again. Back in the building. Are you gonna come back full time or no?
If you want me to, I'm down.
You know, I'll ask you whenever. I'll ask you whenever you want. Whenever I think about another episode, this is where we're getting together. Good Lord, y'all planning something already? Victoria, thank you so much for joining me. Seriously, I'm glad I convinced you, and I'm glad you were so comfortable.
You know,
Look
my
how-
sister
Good.
also, she's like, do it, sister, do it. So
Oh, good. Because I was trying to
Thank you
convince you
for-
so bad.
I was like, no.
I was even thinking like, man, I'm reeling her in. So close. That's why I sent you the fishing gist.
Well, thank you.
Nah, but-
Thank you so much for the invitation. Thank you so much.
Nah, you got it. Thank you so much for your time, for telling me about how you guys grew up with all these beautiful fathers in your life. And man, yeah, let's all keep in touch because you guys were great. Especially you, Vero. I'm definitely gonna keep in touch with you, see when you can come back. And Victoria, you know, I'm gonna keep connecting with you. I'm gonna try to talk you back into another one as well.
Yeah, I'll do another one.
All right, you better. All right, sounds good, guys. I'm gonna say goodnight to you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode as well. So go ahead and close out whenever you're ready. Close out.
Bye.
Bye, guys.